And it's red. It says live. Looks like there's people in the chat.
Going on.
Wonder if they're expecting something from tonight.
I don't know. Who knows?
I think they are. That thumbnail was just clickbait. Thank you for showing up.
It's a late April Fool's present joke.
Yeah, April Fools after April Fools. Well, as you can see, Lefty's here. Susie is at a function. That's all I'm going to say. And Scotty is here to tell us stuff. It's either good news or bad news, however you want to look at it.
We're not canceling the Clash.
You better not be.
You'd have a riot on your hands if that happened.
Oh, yeah. I'll find a way to get your address. I'm not called the hitman for nothing.
That'd be a far drive.
It'd be worth it.
I don't know. Which one of us would be closer?
I actually, me.
Okay.
No. It might be the
It would be
same.
you.
I don't know about that. You're
Lefty,
further
aren't you,
east.
like up in Connecticut or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Skipper's a lot closer.
Okay. I was gonna say.
The way he drives is probably beat me there.
Still don't know how I beat the guys to lunch on Saturday.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was funny. All right, hello everybody. I'll get through that real quick. We got 20 people here. We got the Misfit coming in first. He will be guest tomorrow night on the Fish Talk. Degenerate Fish Keeper, Anthony Fishy Friends, how you doing? Vinay Color Guppy, Scotts, Craig Doniger. Got Eddie. No, that's why I didn't start ASAP. I got your or else in September. Eric Wyrock, Mark Sterelson. There's that lefty fella. Matt, how you doing, buddy? You got Scott in the chat. Dennis, Skull, Brookley Bell, Mystery Snell Guardians, Kaler's Aquatics, Teplin, Monster Fish Gal, and Fish Tank Dad. Laura Sutton. Holy heck, there's more than just that now. Deborah, we got Dee Dee Fenden. Joe Stan, better say hi to him. You might catch some feelings. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, originally we was going to do this on Rico's stream, but he's not feeling too well tonight, so we're stepping in again. We want to go over a few things, and Scotty has some announcements to give us. So, one of the things that you'll see pop up is the on the Nightbot, and also if one of the mods want to put it in the chat, is the link to the Fishfam news page, the fishfam.link news page, and you can go down to my name, click on it, and if you would like to donate money towards the raffle, and we're thinking about other things, and that's one of the things we're going to go over. Right now we have $110. Yeah, 110.
Don't cut us short now, Skipper.
Yeah, I just pocketed
We're
$700.
at $700 all of a sudden.
Honestly, I did buy the 29 gallon. Couldn't get the 55, but I will get that. I got one more trip. I'll be going to Triple Crown, so I'm sure there's a PetSmart out that way. I can stop and get it. And I got the 2 stands already. But you said donated cash of $810, and Liquid Zoo Only Fins had paid for a platinum membership for us. So technically that adds up to $1,800. $1,810 donated total. There's some goals that we're going to go over tonight that we would like to reach. We set goals to help out so you guys can see what it is that we're trying to do. Instead of just talking about it, word of mouth, Lefty has made something for us to look at.
I did?
Better have.
I think I hit the delete button.
Well, luckily I still have it in mind.
No, I'm kidding.
Jesus. Can't take this guy nowhere. And also, he has that docket thing to let us know that you're going. Kind of want a head count, mainly for the Fishfam channels for the Clash, so that if we can probably do a get together Friday night, Saturday night, we'll just go to the award ceremony and stuff, and just because they're going to provide food for us. So, if you would like to, Scotty, you want to go ahead and get into your announcements. That way, in
All
case
right.
we got to tweak something here, because we have no idea
Oh,
what he's
all right.
talking about.
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank everyone. I'll, if I may, I'll tell a little bit about myself. So, I have been a part of the Clash since 2018, I believe it was. I attended, I think it was like the last couple hours of Saturday and then Sunday for the auction, because I had to attend my best friend's wedding. And I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. I like this. 2019, I was there for the whole weekend and helped out quite a bit too, being an active member of the Aquarium Club of Lancaster County. And I'm also a member of the Cichlid Club of York. Those two clubs co-host the event. And then I'm a member of a couple other clubs also in the area. After 2019, towards the end of 2019, shortly after, the chairperson at the time bought a farm and was homeschooling his two daughters and could not be a part of it anymore, and is doing wonderful things for his family and his property, and I'm extremely jealous. So they needed someone to step up, and I offered. 2021, this past event, coming out of the pandemic, we were thinking, okay, we need to scale it down. We need to keep it small because who knows what's going to happen. We were projecting 80 to 100 registrations, attendees, and we broke 100. And it ended up being huge. We filled up the little vendor room. It was jam-packed in there, and we had our fish show in their bistro, their breakfast room, and we were very tight on space. So realizing how that was going, we decided, well, we need bigger space. So we got the expo hall, which is where the gun show was, half of it. When you're walking in, the left side. And we got that. Now, that is a lot more money. That having that space is a lot more money. We do not have the breakfast bistro room, and we did get the entire ballroom again, a couple conference rooms, etc., etc. So the Fishfam is helping us do this. Your support already is absolutely amazing, and I'm going to touch on that again in a little bit. But I really wanted to, when I heard that Rico wanted to do a live stream, and I was like, okay, well, I've never been on a live stream before, so this is my first time. I didn't get a chance to do my hair. I do apologize, but I did bring my iPad home from work just so I could do this. And didn't
You mean
go
you
out
didn't
to dinner
polish
either.
the bald spot?
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow, so when I'm not watching live streams tomorrow, I'll do my hair. So
It's a good one. I like it.
so when someone cancels their live stream on me or something tomorrow, that's when I'll get to do my hair. So, couple things that I do want to go over, and you're going to hear some new stuff in here also. The Aquascaping Competition. This is something brand new. It is definitely something that we are still in the planning stages for. I want to mention that all of this is really still in the planning stages because we normally don't open up registration for this event until May, I want to say, April or May. is when we usually open registration for it. Heck, this time last year, we didn't even have the contract signed yet. Or we just did, maybe. So we are way ahead of the game. The Aquascaping Competition, we're going to have 10 to 12 participants. We're going to raffle off at the awards ceremony the tanks once they're all scaped. Now, we want to make it worth your while. We're not looking to put some 10-gallon black trim tanks in this. We want to make it worth your while. We want to have quality product. So we're looking at the low iron rimless tanks, ultra nature systems, or some of those other high-end tanks, not a $1 a gallon type tank. So that's the first part. We're going to have it with we're going to provide all the rocks, all the driftwood, all of that stuff, the sand, for the competitors. The competitors are going to pay a $10 entry fee. You'll get a shirt. It's just to make it easier for the registration process and keeping track of who's who. So that's going to be a good time. And we're looking to bring in some big names in the aquascaping world. So we're going to bring in some big names. We're going to open up to club members. And then if we're not full yet, we'll open it up to the general public. The fish show, a lot of people are wondering, when can we start to register our fish and all that good stuff? It's going to be June or July. We don't even have a date set yet, but it's going to be June or July. We don't want to do it any earlier than that because we know that stuff happens in your tanks. If you have a killifish, chances are it's going to jump out by then. If you have, if you're a crappy fish keeper like me, you're going to lose a fish or two. It happens. So we're waiting. We do not have a cap on the number of entries. We are looking to fill up the space. I mean, I think we have more than enough space for anything possible. But yes, we do have a limited amount of tanks. I don't know what that number is off the top of my head, but it's around 350. The bulk of which are going to be your smaller nano size, like I think the critter keepers are 1 3/4 gallons. We have a whole poop ton of those. We have a bunch of 2.5s, a lot of 5s, and a lot of 10s. We have a limited amount of 20s, and we even do have a few 55s. If you want a different size tank for your fish, bring it. So, like I said, we have about 350, and depending on how things go, we may buy a bunch more tanks. No guarantees on that. But once we run out of tanks, it'll be first come, first serve. Once we run out, then you have the opportunity to bring your own. So on your way to the class, you can pick up a 10-gallon tank for $10 on your way, if need be. We have plenty of racking, plenty of space for that. There will be an entry fee, probably just a few bucks. I don't think we're really going to change that. I'd venture to say it's going to be $3, maybe $5 at the most. And the entry process will be through the website. Speakers. So, already listed on the website, we have Greg Steves, Tom Keegan, Jim Cumming, and Joe Gargis. Some of this already listed on the website, but some of it's not. Greg Steves, he's going to be speaking on keeping and breeding haplochromine cichlids, those cichlid things. Creatures of the Comal, that's a river in Texas. Tom Keegan, Inside a Fish's Head, I forget the exact name of it, but it's a 2-part talk that he'll be doing. I believe it's going to be Friday and Saturday. Most of the speakers are going to do one on Friday, one on Saturday. A couple might do 2 on Saturday. But that's a 2-part talk. Jim Cumming, I don't have his topics yet. Joe Gargis, I know one of his 2, is going to be something along the lines of CO2 in planted tanks. So that's probably going to be a really good one. I'm looking forward to that one myself. Now, one that has not been announced. So this is a premiere just for the Fishfam. We have the saltwater speaker. We finally were able to get one.
Ooh.
And I am beyond excited about this one. His name is Kapil Mandrekar, I believe is how you say it. He is with Alyssa's Seahorse Savvy, which is an East Coast seahorse farm. I believe they are in Maryland. And he is giving a presentation on seahorses. Some of you may remember, I want to say it was a couple years ago, this company, and I believe it was the same person, did a talk on seahorses at that fish place at our club meeting, which we held there. But it was open to the public, of course. And we filled that room up. It was very heavily attended, and the talk was amazing. So this seahorse talk, even if you don't keep saltwater fish, is fascinating. The pictures, the information, it is absolutely fascinating. So we just finalized that within the last 48 hours, I think it was. So I am really excited about that. As you probably know, the Clash has mostly been a freshwater event every year. Started off mostly cichlids, I believe. Then we brought in the Lancaster Club. And we never really got much into saltwater fish. It's my goal this year to kind of have it be a little transition. I want to bring some saltwater stuff into it because in the upcoming years, I would really like to see some saltwater participation. There's a huge group of people that do amazing work that are a part of the hobby, and they need to be included, in my opinion. So we opened it up to some vendors. We're looking for saltwater vendors, specifically frags, coral frags, kind of like a frag swap. Well, this week we also made some accomplishments with that end, and we have 2 saltwater vendors that have registered already, and I think we're going to have at least 2 more also. So that's exciting. So we're going to have a saltwater talk, and we are going to definitely have a couple of vendors. So that's
cool.
Exciting. Speaking of vendors, we are almost sold out. I am shocked. So last year, I think we had, what would you guys say? There was like 10 in there? 10 vendors?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
We already have about 40.
Holy cow.
So that entire expo hall, except for where the fish show is going to be and the aquascaping contest, is all going to be vendor space. And it's just about full. We have about 10 to 15 spots open, and we already know of 4 vendors that are probably going to be getting at least 5 spaces of those 10 to 15.
Wow.
We are almost full. So if you're interested in being a vendor, and you don't have to be a business to be a vendor. If you breed fish and you have or you're going to plan on having a bunch of fish that you want to sell, plants, anything like that, get your vendor space. It's $50. It's a 10 by 10 area. Or if you have someone that you're friends with and that breeds fish also, split it. Get 2 of you, split it, $25 a piece. That's a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's about what you pay to go to a swap meet anyway. But this one's going to be a lot bigger than a swap meet. We already have over 100 registrations.
Awesome.
We have already exceeded our numbers for last year. Our goal is 200.
I think
we'll be over 200.
I hope so. Now, with that, the hotel is filling up. There are still rooms left. The king-size bedrooms, not happening. They're full. They're gone. I got mine yesterday or day before, and it said for that block of nights, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, leaving on Sunday, I had the last room, I believe, I'm going to assume for Thursday night, or there was one more left for Thursday night. Saturday still has a decent amount. When I say decent, I'm thinking like 10 to 20. Okay. So if you're going to stay, I recommend getting a room now. Pay attention to the nights that are selected. Make sure you have the right nights selected. And click around a little bit. It can be a little finicky on the website. But you want to get that discount code, which is already entered. You want to get that, and you want to get your room now. There are a handful of rooms that are not in our discount block that are going to be available, maybe. There's some race going on that weekend, so there's a bunch of people in the area staying for that. There's a couple wedding parties that have a block of rooms. As far as we know, as of right now, there are no other events at that hotel, though.
Well, another thing that you have is across the way is that new casino.
The casino, yep.
So, so if you are trying to look to go and you're worried about your loved one or your significant other, whatever, just let them know there's a casino over there. They can go over to the casino while you're at the fish thing.
Perfect segue into my next announcement. So, everyone has that spouse. Typically, they're not, unless you're really lucky, not into the fish hobby. But what are most spouses usually into? Plants. What goes along with plants, or in the fish room? A lot of people have plants. What's one of the best? The carnivorous plants, right? Everybody loves carnivorous plants. Well, something else new that just happened. We are teaming up with the Mid-Atlantic Carnivorous Plant Society. They are going to have 2 vendor spaces in the vendor room, and they're going to be selling plants, carnivorous plants.
Cool.
They are also going to do an auction on Saturday at our event. So there's a couple of, or more than a couple, members of their society that are really big into the hobby, some big names, and it's just going to go hand in hand. It's going to work out perfect. Some of their people are going to come and register for the clash. A lot of clash participants are going to partake in that also. Yes.
Then make a contest out of it. I guarantee we could top that.
They were looking for a place to have an auction and some space, and we welcome them because all part of the family. How many vendor slots are left? 10, 15, I'm going to say. What else do we have here? So that was another one. To give you an idea of the schedule, because of how many vendors we are rapidly getting and how big this event is obviously going to be, originally we weren't going to get access to the expo room just for setup, because the expo hall does differentiate between setup and open to the public, and the cost difference is huge also. And they apparently do watch it. On Thursday, we made our setup time start at 9 a.m. instead of 2 p.m. We cannot get into that room before 9 a.m. They charge us by the hour just for setup. So,
just for setup,
we pay for it. In that
wow.
Expo. The hotel itself is different. It's 2 separate entities. But in the expo hall, we pay by the hour for setup. And we have to schedule that ahead of time. So originally we were going to do 2 p.m. on Thursday. We figured by the time we're at the shop, get everything loaded, make the drive, it would be then. But then we realized how many vendors we're going to have. and they need to arrive and get setting up also. And while we're going to have a big garage door to go in, and it's going to be great, with this many vendors plus us, we're going to need the time to space it out.
I'm gonna have to
that's
direct
going to start
traffic.
at 9 o'clock. What's that?
I'm gonna have to bring my fire police stuff and direct traffic.
Gipper, you're going to be doing what you did last year, buddy.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
Back hurts. No, I'll still do it.
You can do both. You can multitask. So the 22nd is going to be set up. The vendor room will not be open to the public or registration people at all. Friday morning, it will open up. The vendor room will be open. The same for fish show placement. If you want to start put on Friday morning, you can start putting your fish in the tanks, letting them get acclimated and everything like that. Also, Friday evening, we're going to start having speakers. We're probably going to have, I'd venture to say, 3 or 4 talks happen Friday night. Saturday's definitely the biggest day. Saturday is the day you don't want to miss. Everything happens Saturday. Speakers all day long. Saturday night, the award ceremony. The fish show judging is Saturday day. The aquascaping contest. Actually, I think the aquascaping, the participants will be doing their thing Friday night to allow everything to settle overnight, so that Saturday everybody can observe the beautiful work and put in their raffle tickets for it. Saturday night's the award ceremony. We will have food of some type. It may just be a crap ton of hors d'oeuvres and appetizers, enough to fill you up, or we might actually have some food. We're still working on that. There will be some recreational beverages for sure, though. And then we will also do our raffles Saturday night also. Sunday is the next best day. Saturday is the best. Sunday's the next, in my personal opinion. The auction. The auction is amazing. And it's open to anyone. You have a question, Skipper?
Are you raising your hand?
Yeah. You just threw me off with the whole raffle thing. I thought that was on Sunday. We did it last year on Sunday and changed it.
For the aquascaping contest.
Okay. All right.
It's
Thank
going
you.
to be Saturday night. I don't know about the rest, to be perfectly honest. Sunday's the auction, and we encourage you. If you have, I sent Rico a message about this last time. He mentioned in his stream yesterday how he throws out hornwort and guppy grass and all that. Save that stuff. Put it in bags and put it in the auction. Make some money off of it. I know in some areas it's out of control, those plants around here, and sometimes in club auctions, the guppy grass, I'll have a small bag of it, and it will go for $10.
Wow.
And that's better than throwing it away. I mean, gas prices are kind of high. Your hotel rooms, help offset those costs. Bring your guppy fry. Bring all your plants. Bring all your fish that you want to get rid of, and make some money. Put them in the auction. We highly encourage it. That's it for the schedule. Oh, the hospitality room, ran by yours truly, Susie Q. Hospitality room is going to be bigger this year for sure. So it's definitely going to be bigger.
Well, it's kind of the same size, or just ain't a wall there.
And different furniture that is better for a hospitality.
As long as it's not 100 degrees, I'll be happy.
So it's going to be wide open instead of split. It's going to be right next to the fish tuber room, where you can do your interviews and live streams. So that will be perfect. All right, what else do I have here? Early 15, EARLY 15 is a discount code. We're announcing it here and there. It's not really being publicized though, like on social media. But for anyone in this chat or in this stream, early 15 gets you $15 off registration. If you haven't registered, I recommend you do it now.
Here's a good question.
What if you can't be there Sunday but want to put fish plants in the auctions? Absolutely. Not a problem.
Yeah, because
We'll send you the money.
yeah,
Absolutely. We do a lot via PayPal. So if you have PayPal, that makes it even better. But you'll be able to drop it off ahead of time. You register the fish yourself on My Group Auctions. My Group Auctions is an auction site that Ted Judy created, I believe. I'm not sure that he still runs it, but the two clubs use it that are hosting the event. So we will have one for that. As we get closer, we will put that out there, the link for that. Good question. Skipper, will his talk be videotaped? Skipper's talk, we'll make sure we videotape
no,
it.
he's talking about the seahorse one or any talks in general. Now,
I don't think so. I'm not positive, but I don't think so.
I know, like well, I keep saying we. I know, like you guys won't be doing it, right?
I don't think so. Not positive. I don't think so.
Because I'll just say this: the Keystone Clash does not have a YouTube channel, and I don't think any one of them people want to run one. So,
So probably not.
Sponsorships is the other thing I want to touch on. There are only 5 classes of the fish show that are not sponsored, which is crazy.
what you
What?
looking around
Only
for?
5? What happened?
There's only 5, and 75% of them may be somebody that's live right now.
I think it's 33%.
So
He spent. Did he tell you how he got that money, Scotty?
I don't want to know.
Oh, it's pretty funny. He actually held the kids upside down and took their lunch money so he could pay for it.
There's no doubt in my mind. It was every day. I have the website that we do it through. I have the app on my phone, and twice a day I'd be like, "It's only January. There's not going to be anything on this feed." Every flipping day, there's one for Lefty. There's one for Lefty.
I'm sure Callie got sick of hearing from me because like every day I was like, "Are they live yet? Are they live yet?" So then I get a message at like 8 in the morning one day. She's like, "They're going live in an hour." I'm like, "Sweet."
Like a damn kid in a candy store.
Here are the open classes for sponsorship. Class 28, all other live-bearing fish. I'm surprised that one's still open. 37, all other anabantinoids. 42, goldfish without head growth. That's a funky one. 45, all other aquatic animals. And 48, arts and crafts, aquatic related.
28 shows is out of stock on the website.
Somebody just did it.
I was just checking. It wasn't me. I swear to God, it wasn't me. But I'm just going through it, and I'm like, yeah, that one shows that.
The all other
anabantoids.
No.
Aquatic fish.
Yeah, there you go.
Aquatic animals. Sorry.
Is that your snail, shrimp?
No.
There's an invert
that
category.
would be like those axolotl things.
Axolotls. Axolotls. Better watch that in this chat. Oh, okay. Susie ain't here. We're good.
Yeah, but the metalheads either. So I think we're okay.
I believe there is another one that's all other inverts or something like that.
Yeah, there's an all freshwater inverts one and an all other freshwater fish one.
That is for the snails. That one's for the snails, the shrimps, and all that. And then also there's still speaker sponsorship opportunities. All of the other show sponsorships are full, and I thank you all for that. But the speakers, there are still opportunities. And of course, the medal level sponsors. We are always looking for those. If we get another platinum sponsorship, I don't care if we're sold out of vendor spaces or not. I will find you your 4 vendor spaces for it. We'll figure something out.
You got the hallway.
Exactly. We'll find space. I'm not worried about that.
Hallway kind of better though, because they'd see you first.
Yeah. I would like to mention some. This is not all, but it's what I could fit on my paper. That have already sponsored. First and foremost, the Fishfam. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Platinum sponsorship, numerous class sponsorships, hospitality room sponsorships, so many. Thank you. Another platinum one, Super Cichlids, located in Dover, Delaware. They could not attend the 2021 Clash, but they stood out like you would not believe the previous years. A beautiful display they put up. They have a beautiful store. I've only been there once, even though they're in Delaware. Believe it or not, there can be a long drive in Delaware. I've only made it there once. It's a beautiful store. And Lisa and Martin, the owners, are huge supporters of the hobby and the local clubs. They take really good care of us. I can't thank them enough. And when they said that they were going to be a platinum sponsor and attend, I was happier than a pig in shit.
That's good.
Pleco Hotels. They're going to have 5 vendor spaces.
Ooh.
In the vendor room.
Is that the same one from last year?
Yes.
Boy, I'm not helping him this year. That stuff was heavy.
So all you Pleco people in the chat, I see a few of you. Get your wallets ready.
Yeah.
Because he had some good stuff last year.
Yes, he did.
I bought one.
And he also sponsored one of our show awards also, I believe.
Yeah, I think I saw the post for that today.
Yeah, he's a very good dude.
Veteran Aquatics, Bucks County Aquarium Society, Cichlid Club of York, Greater City Aquarium Society, Angelfish Paradise, Freshwater Exotics, Small World Aquatics, Sarah, Mr. B Aquatics, Animal Idols, KJE Aquatics, Atlantic Aquariums, all Lefty. I gotta mention you, Lefty. Gotta mention you. All are sponsors, and most of which are also going to be vendors. So thank you, everyone. I really do appreciate it. This year was a bit, this upcoming year originally was going to be, we were all a bit nervous. Making the big jump into the expo hall, so much more money. This is it's not for profit. This is for supporting the 2 clubs. It's our biggest fundraisers. This is how we do it. Other clubs, they do an annual auction that makes a lot of money. They do a lot of fish swaps, stuff like that. We do the Keystone Clash. Any money that we do make for this, it's going to the clubs. We also want to invest some of it back into the Clash to make it bigger and better in 2023. Can't even believe I'm saying that.
We've already had people asking us what the dates for next year are.
I guarantee it's going to be in September. So yeah, it's going to be big. Also, I don't want to forget the Give a Kid a Tag. This past year, we didn't have that much participation with it. We're hoping to have more. We want to get the kids hooked to the hobby. They are the future of this hobby. Mike Mole, Mary, we have a couple people that are very passionate about it and run it, and we need the participation.
Can I say something? One thing
Absolutely.
on that? Donation of fish. If you guys would like, if you live close, or if you would like to donate some livestock for them kids, that would be great too. Yeah. We'll have an area there, like if you show up Thursday or Friday, where the fish will be taken care of.
Yep, absolutely. We do accept donations to the Clash of whether it's fish for the Give a Kid a Tag or just fish that you're not going to be there for the auction. You don't want the money from the auction, but you want to donate. We'll take them. We'll put them in the auction as a donation. If you want to donate to support the Clash financially, the best way to do it is through sponsorships. That is really the best way to do it. Product is challenging because Blake, who has been on some of the streams in the past, or at least once or twice, Blake handles the donations and everything like that. He has, I want to say, anywhere between 600 to 900 companies that he reaches out to for sponsorships, and then follows up with them and reminds them. And we don't know when they're going to reply. Some of them already have. He has a spare room in his house, and thank you, Fishfam. He has a spare room in his house that he's filling up with donations for the Clash.
You're gonna need a truck and a trailer.
Yes.
A little car ain't gonna cut it this year.
So and that's one thing that he's working on is the donations. So he's gonna reach out to Aquion and the other tank companies to try to get them to donate it. They're these big companies, and they're usually pretty good to us, and we'll get their donations. The same for the aquascaping tanks. Our number one goal is to get those tanks donated. The next after that would be to get them at cost or at a good discount. But we have the people that are working on talking to these different people. We have a couple of contacts that are huge in the hobby that help us out. And just by putting us in contact with the right people at these big companies. So the biggest help is to donate via sponsorship. That's what we'll use to pay if we have to pay for a tank for something, like for Give a Kid a Tank or Aquascaping or the Fish Show. We'll use the money from the sponsorships to purchase them. So that is definitely the biggest way to help us is through financial donations, but do it through a sponsorship because we want to recognize you, or if it's your company or whatever, we do want to recognize you. All right, that was 40 freaking minutes of me rambling. That's enough.
Yeah, you done yet? Holy shit! I was like, man, you don't get the hard part.
We have a part? I thought that was it.
Yeah, get your slideshow ready, buddy. I saw another question. Oh yes, there. I do believe there is no. The plecos are in what class? Is it corridor?
Don't they have their own?
There's a sucker mouth catfish one. There's corridors, all other catfish, bottom dwellers, loaches, sucker mouth catfish. I'm assuming they're the sucker mouth catfish class. Because I don't see anything else they would be.
And when it comes time to enter fish, if you do it wrong, it's not a big deal. We have a committee that verifies all of that information. Alan Rollins, Mike Butchma, they're going to be the head judges. We're also going to have some other judges. We're looking to bring in some people just to judge the different classes. So I'm working on bringing in some big names for that also. But they'll help you out with placement and all of that stuff.
Then you'll be directed where to go when everything's set up. So the number of entries, is it still 300? Well, sorry. I guess more than 300?
Oh, absolutely.
Because originally it was 300, and then it changed.
I'm not sure where you heard that number from.
I think Blake told us 300.
We'll blame Blake. That's fine.
Could be wrong, but I thought that's where he heard it.
I think it was Scotty. He had too much
It could have
aggressive.
been. Who knows?
But all right. So Bruiser CB says thank you for the info. We're gonna go ahead and get into this next section, which involves the Fishfam channels for the Clash. And one of the things that he was talking about is going to be in here. It's part of one of our goals. If for some reason they can't get the donation.
You actually do have a PowerPoint?
I may have been bored earlier and threw together a PowerPoint.
Hey, listen, I made his thumbnail, right? I'm pretty cheesy at making them. And I showed it to him and it was already on there. He goes, "Oh, well, here, I made this for you." I was like, "Why didn't you tell me that earlier? I wouldn't even did the work for it."
So I just tried to put basic info on here with the dates and stuff first. We got 23rd to 25th. It's in Morgantown, PA. At the Holiday and Convention Center. I took this off of the website, so if it's wrong, don't blame me. You got your two host clubs right there, the Aquarium Club of Lancaster County and the Cichlid Club of York. And again, this is their major fundraiser for the year, so all the money goes to help with their operating costs for the year and the coming year, I would assume. This was just the general stuff of what they're going to have, most of which you already heard about from Scotty earlier. So you got your various vendors, you got the fish show, you got the raffles, the auction, give a kid a tank, the aquascaping contest, which is new this year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then we're going to get to what the Fishfam is doing. So originally, I just said to Skipper, it would be nice if those of us that were going to the Clash would, chip in $5, get a kit, and we can just donate the kit as part of the raffle for the Clash to do. And then Skipper was like, well, here's a freaking 55-gallon drum of jet fuel. We're going to make this even bigger.
Yeah. So as you know, the 55-gallon, the 29-gallon tanks with the stands, they are kits. So they come to where, and if you guys want to enter the raffle, that's fine too. That's nice if you want to spend more money while you're there. That's great. They already have everything that comes with it. These next 2 points, I want to say was actually Rico's idea. Or was
yours was to give a kid a tank. Rico, I think, was aquascaping.
Yeah. Well, there's so much been going on lately.
I know, right?
But in the event that they cannot get tanks donated for both of the events, the contest and the give a kid a tank thing, we figured it would be awesome if the Fishfam channels for the Clash, boy, that's a tongue twister, don't say it, would sponsor this, because that really puts us out there for people. Like, who are these people? Well, you can go here and look. Because you know how a lot of people are still not into the whole technology YouTube thing. And then whenever they do, they get hooked. I don't know why.
I have no clue.
What do you mean hooked? I don't know what you're talking
about.
He knows what I'm talking about.
I gotta interrupt. I just got home from work today, okay? Right before this, I just got home from work, and at my door, there's an Amazon package. Now, I blame you guys. What did I order on Amazon? One of them, tripod, a bimbo or bimbo?
A gimbal?
A what?
A gimbal?
Yeah. I ordered one of them damn things.
You gonna start doing videos.
I don't know what you're talking
about.
You'll enjoy it. So that was one of the things that me and Rika had come up with, was to get our names out there for
show people it's worth allowing people on YouTube to be at these events. We're not a bunch of schmucks online.
Yeah,
some of us know what we're talking about.
Yeah, because I know some of our streams, we kind of tend to get away from talking about fish, but we have videos that we put up that we show people what we do in our hobby and also what works for us. And we don't tell people to do it. We just say, hey, this is what works for me. Mm-hmm. It's an idea. You just go with it. If it doesn't work for you, or you could try it and throw your own little twist in it to make it work for you, then now you got your own way to do stuff.
And again, with that, the aquascaping contest, the tank, even if we get the tanks, even if we get the tanks donated, which I don't think we're going to get them donated, but even if we did, we still have a lot of expenses for that event. We're going to have to build pedestals for these tanks. We're going to have to get the driftwood, the rock, the sand, the filters, the lights. We're still going to have a lot of expenses with that. The prizes. The same for Give a Kid a Tank. Even if Aqueon donates the kits for us, we're still going to buy stuff to put in the tanks. We still have expenses to go with it. So again, the best way is to don't go buy us 5 tanks. Donate the equivalent, whatever you feel. And that would be the best way to help us. And then we can work out deals with those that are donating and take it from there.
Do you see Geek Boy's question there?
I don't. What are tracks? Or is he meaning?
I'm assuming he means tanks.
So the size tanks for the Give a Kid a Tank thing are 10-gallon kits. And then what he's looking for the Aquascape contest is a 17-gallon.
Well, so they go by those tanks go by weird sizes. They don't use like gallons. They use different ways, like centimeters and cubic centimeters or something like that. But we're looking for around a 17-gallon size, something along those lines.
So yeah, if any of this info is wrong or out of date, just blame Blake, because we were going off what he told us. So so these figures that are going to pop up on the screen next were on the event that you guys needed us to donate the funds for you to purchase the tanks for either or both of the events.
So this is the set goals that have come up with to give you an idea of. So pretty much if we gathered up $5,000, we could cover the Give a Kid a Tank.
Look at that.
The aquascaping. Well, it gets better. I can add it. Like if I got money tonight, I could add it in there and it would go up. So like if we only got up to $2,500, we would, and this doesn't include the $1,000 that was for the
platinum
that Matt generously did for the Fishfam. So if we got another $5,000 total, this is what we could do for these 2 clubs, for the event, for the kids, and then also to help them with something new that they're trying out this year to see how well it goes for the event. Which from what I saw last year with, the number of people that were there, they really enjoyed watching that demonstration.
Yes. From
Jen. So I just think that this is this is just a goal for us. If we don't hit it, it would be nice if we would.
We don't hit it, it's no biggie. But we'd love to hit it or go past it.
The support already alone is overwhelming. And we just want to do the best event we can, and we're trying to do as much as we can for the Fishfam, just because of the amazing support that you have provided for us, for sure.
Yeah. So one of the things that for some of the people that may or may not know is that whenever you donate money, you send it to me. I got a separate account for it, and you give me your channel name, please. I give those names to Matt, and he uploads it to the Fishfam link news section, and then that's going to get hyperlinked to their channel. I don't know if that's been done yet.
What happened? I zoned out. I was reading chat.
Did Callie get that link in there so they can push on it and see who all's donated to what it is to advertise your channel is what it's for.
Don't
What
think
date? I said well, at this point, like he's talking about for our thing, at this point, it could go up to September 1st.
For those of you that don't like words, I put all this on a graphic
Oh.
instead. And this is what Skipper can change the number and then raise this bar up and as we go with donations.
Now, one thing that I will, I guess you could say ask or an idea is as you get to like certain increments, like the $1,000 mark is a perfect one because that's a platinum sponsorship. If you can do the donation as you get to a certain increment, it will help with our planning and budgeting purposes.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
let's say, not just the Fishfam, but in general, we get out of nowhere $6,000 in donations. It will, if we get that tomorrow, we're gonna do something different for the award ceremony. You know, we get 10,000, we're gonna have like a 7-course meal at the award ceremony. You know what I mean? In addition to the aquascaping contest, give a kid a tank and all of that. So right now we're doing the planning budgeted on what we've gotten so far, including your $1,000 donation, for example. And so we have to be careful with what we're doing because again, it's a fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a bank account of money that we can go to put towards these things. A question. I'm just catching up on the chat myself. So one thing is Master Aquatics, Eduardo.
Just call him Eddie. It's easier.
Yeah. We did not add a mystery snail specific category because we do have the invert category, whatever that one's called, but I know it exists. And in the past, we've only gotten 2-3 entries in that. Now, if come the show or during registrations for the show, if we get 100 entries into that class, we may split it up into like snails and shrimp, or we get 1,000 snails, we'll do one of each type.
Mm-hmm.
But right now we don't have the demand for it, but it could change for sure.
Of course. So yeah, Mystery Snail Guardian, just enter a bunch of different snails and then there you go.
I did it in a short sentence for you.
Oh,
You're true. He didn't. Yes.
I didn't get to that yet.
It's okay.
Wow, you're way behind the chat.
And then these are just some other things about the actual, quote unquote vendor
small.
space
Yeah.
that we're gonna have. Oh,
So
they're small.
Look through your bifocals. So we got 4 vendor spaces. Thank you, Matt. Again,
that's a lot of space.
We already have an area for the raffle area for what we're going to raffle off for them. All that money that they get through the raffle tickets goes straight to them. We're going to have an area to where we're going to set up a table so that we could put like your stickers on there. If you want to put stickers on there, you're more than welcome to. If you cannot come to the show and you would like your stickers to be on there to help promote your channel, you can email me. That's on fishfam.link. And I'm more than happy to give you my address. You can mail them to me, and I'll take them down with me, and I will set them out there for you. And the two other tables, that's why we need you to fill out that form, so we can have ideas on what to do with them other two spaces. Yeah, no merch is going to be sold at the tables. The reason being is it's going to be a cluster, and
If you want to do that, just get a bunch of people and split a table. It's easy enough.
There's 10 more vendor spots.
That way, if you want to bring, like, if you go 4 or 5, you go and that want to bring merch to sell, there you go. Because the other thing was, well, it's gonna be everybody bring their own stuff, and then we got all these different people handling monies, and it would just be a giant CF. So we decided at this space, just no merch being sold.
It was tried before at a previous event, and I ain't going to say the name of it, and it was a cluster.
Yes.
Don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then also that would be a good place for like a meet and greet if you want to be there just to hang out and meet the. Never know. I'm going to tell you, old fish rumor in here got me over the what was that last? Holy cow, that was last week.
That was a week ago. Yeah.
Last Saturday, he come up to me and goes, "Hey Skipper, how you doing? I watch your channel." I was like, "Oh boy, does that feel weird." I said thank you, and he's a very nice fella.
Yes, he was, and I saw him in the chat earlier. So hello again, Fish Rumor. I think we met him last year.
Scuba Stevo's Aquatics, ACA, as in American Cichlid Association. Is that what that is?
Yes.
I think we're going to be sanctioned by the ACA for this event. We're working on being sanctioned by the ACA and the AKA also for the Killies.
Nice. Holy cow, it's been an hour already.
It has. And then, we talked about, a playlist of various people's videos and stuff that you just play in the background. So make sure captions are enabled on your videos because there probably won't be sound. It'll be too loud in there anyway.
Yeah, so that was another thing, like in the area is if you would like to have a video, we're going to make a playlist, and it is going to be in no rant.
I'm just gonna hit shuffle and repeat, and YouTube's gonna shuffle through it. Steven saying, is it safe to wait till Monday to get a vendor table? Do you think they're gonna get snatched up in the next 18 hours?
No, I think you'll be okay 18 hours.
Are we good with this slide, Skipper? I think we got one more left.
If we sell out in 18 hours, I'll be shocked.
Then you're going to be called the expo hall saying, "Hey, I think we need more space." And then this was just other various things. So we've got the regular, you can see the logo up there. I put a QR code in there, so when someone scans it with their phone, it takes them straight to the Fishfam for the Clash page that Matt has made on fishfam.link. So that way, if people scan it, they can just go there and see all the various channels that have donated in one way or another to help the Keystone Clash out. And we decided that with so many people going, because we did a rough head count, we were up like 60, 70, we thinking. So there's no way we could, impose on a restaurant. So we figured we'll just do like a hangout Friday night with everybody that wants to. Somewhere.
Has everyone registered out of that 60 or so?
I think some people were still waiting on registration just to make sure they could actually attend, like with work stuff. So,
okay. And depending on how big the group is, I can talk to the hotel and see if, obviously I'm pretty sure the restaurant itself is going to be too small, but I can see if they can't set anything up in the atrium there, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they could set something up there, because it sounds like you're going to have too many people to go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, we are, because all the other places, I've looked at them. They're small.
And I think that
the one.
I think that figure was also including people's significant others too.
Right.
So, any larger places in town? Well, there weren't too many places around, so
No, Geek Boy. I did I looked. We'd have to travel.
let's see. Other thing
Yeah, so we got some questions here, and I don't know what to do about this. Could you arrange for a collection of stickers to be sent to people who are unable to attend on a postage paid basis?
So, are you like, if you want to ask us to grab stickers and mail them to you? Is that what you're asking?
That's what it sounds like. And then Bunny Vipers says, couldn't we do a big sticker roundup? Everyone send 10 each.
There's a pause there.
10 for each kid in the escaping contest get stickers packed too. Well, yeah, we could just do that on the side. We can just grab. We could
Yeah, because I think we told people to give us at least 100 stickers.
So it sounds like they're referring to doing for the give a kid a tank.
Yeah, just give some to the kids.
10 stickers or something.
Yeah. Since everybody loves stickers.
Mark, I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Yeah, I'll jot that one down and we can think about it, because that would have to be like a pre-request thing, and then if somebody doesn't get a hold of us in time and feels left out, but we'll definitely think about it more.
Yeah. Geek Boy Aquascape tanks we would not want to use for the give a kid a tank because of the quality difference and they could be a little fragile, not ideal for the give a kid a tank. The give a kid a tank, we're looking at like $10 tanks or $20 for the kit, whatever, $30 for the kit. Whereas the tanks we're looking at for the aquascaping contest are over $100 a piece.
Yep.
Alshon has a good.
Yes, he does.
And I absolutely hate that. When you're trying to figure out how many shirts you need to order to sell, how much food you need, that drives me nuts.
Yep. Yes,
well,
it does.
You need to. I mean, I know it sounds wrong, but I would shut the registration down at like the 1st of September. That's just me.
You show up at the door with $100 for a registration, I'm letting you in.
Well, then you ain't getting a shirt.
I shouldn't have just put that on YouTube.
We were talking about, shirts and whatnot. If people are asking us in another stream about selling, the Fishfam shirts and stuff with the logo and whatnot on it, I mentioned it to Skipper. If we did that, we would set it up on, a store like we use for merches, and then any and all proceeds would just go straight to Skipper's PayPal, so we can add that to what we're raising for the Clash if people wanted t-shirts and other stuff. So I know that would hopefully answer some questions we had from the last one of these we did.
If you like that idea, just send me an email about it, and then I'll put Lefty to work.
Now, Scott, are you open up to anybody coming in to help on Thursday to help you guys set up stuff like last year?
Yes, please.
Okay.
When Skipper showed up to help load that U-Haul, I was so happy.
So, yeah, if you guys are in the area and you get there early Thursday, I believe he said 9 a.m. is when setup begins.
We're still figuring it out.
Okay. So if you're there Thursday, just swing by the...
Yeah, Thursday we're going to be building the racks, setting up the tanks. We'll need help. I'm not sure when we're going to load the U-Haul at the shop, but we're going to need help. That sucks. I hate doing that. And then even worse, after the event, we got to load the U-Haul up, do the auction, and then go at like 9 o'clock at night. It feels like 1 year it was. And unload the U-Haul, which is a project. Some things that I'm working on the side to try to help this process is I'm trying to look for something like a pod or a, those shipping containers. I'm looking for stuff like that. I'm looking for if someone has a like 20, 30 foot enclosed trailer. that we could load up. We could park it at the shop for a week before, slowly load it up, and then after the event, the following week, unload it, like stuff like that. We're looking into renting it, but then we need to get a huge truck to tow it, and we're also trying to be cost financially responsible in this process.
Well, as long as it ain't a fifth wheel. No, because then how am I? Never mind. I don't like that idea. I know a guy.
I already thought about it. I already thought about you, buddy, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah, I know a guy that could tow it, but then I'll be dropping it back off at the shop, but you got to have somebody get it to the shop, and then from the shop.
And we got to get the trailer too. That. But again, when I talk about if we do make a lot of money and reinvesting, one thing we're looking at is getting a container to keep at the shop so that we can give Mike half his shop back.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, but that's not our priority. Our priority is to put on a good show and raise money for the clubs.
Yep. So you got a couple more things. Then if anyone has any questions, y'all can tag either Skipper or I, or even Scotty now.
I'm pretty sure you're going to be there, Alshon.
So let's see. Get registered sooner than later, people.
Yeah.
We need you registered pronto so we can get a good head count for them. Book your rooms as soon as you can because they're probably going to be gone relatively soon here if we keep getting as many people going as wanting to go. And then, if you want to, we talked about this with Blake when he was up on mine. If you want to donate fish for the Give a Kid a Tank thing, you can email Skipper, and then we'll compile a list, and then we'll get that over to Blake so he knows who's wanting to donate stuff and what they'll be donating and how much.
Yeah.
Snails needs their own category. Is Annette coming?
Mystery Snow Guardian, are you coming?
She's a snail advocate, okay?
Oh, I know. But if
I forgot. You're hooked on this shit.
Yeah, I just might have to. Stephen P., I am a snail.
He's saying that he ain't going to be there on Thursday.
Who? Oh,
Alshon.
That's fine.
Oh, this ought to be good.
And if you know someone that's going and that has a room with 2 queens, you could always get in touch with them and share a room rather than take up a whole nother room with 2 queens and And
I already know some people that are doing that too.
It's also a way to save money because then you can split the cost of your room. So yeah, does anyone have any questions in chat before we wrap this up here?
I don't know about that, Edward. That was a lot of work.
Put it in private so I can see it.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, if there's no other questions, I got to work tomorrow. I'm tired.
Make sure y'all fill out that form. I'll post it again in the thing.
If there's something that the Fishfam's looking for or wants to see at the Clash or anything like that, we're open to ideas, and we'll do our best to make it happen this year. If we can't, we'll put it in the notes for next year. I was already working on planning this Clash in, August of 2021. And I have a suspicion that I'm going to be thinking earlier for 2023.
All right, everybody. Thank you for showing up, for listening to us, listening to the rookie here. He's going to be hooked now. I love it.
He's got the gimbal, so he might start his own streams now.
I may or may not already have a channel that I created before the pandemic and forgot about. And I may have just changed the name of it this week.
Oh.
You better let... I need to talk. But anyway, I have an idea. So, I want to thank everybody for showing up for the mods, for being here helping us out. And Scotty for giving us that wonderful information.
Yes,
Thank you
thank
for
you.
having me, and thank you again, everyone, for the support.
Yeah, thank you. You guys are awesome. Everybody have a good night. Goodbye. See you tomorrow night, 6 p.m.
How do I leave?